So Prince Harry is back in a London courts, and yes, he's continuing his long-running war against the press. It might feel like we've seen this movie before, but trust me, this time the entire landscape has changed. Let's get right into it.
You're probably wondering, what makes this high-stakes legal fight so different from all the others? Well, the answer isn't just in the courtroom. It's also about Harry's own shifting priorities and what's going on behind the scenes.
Okay, so this is Prince Harry's third major court battle against UK newspaper groups. And this is a big one. He's taking on Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Daily Mail. But here's the thing, he's not fighting alone.
What's really fascinating here is the lineup of people joining him. We're talking huge names like Sir Elton John and Baroness Doreen Lawrence, the incredible campaigning mother of the murdered Stephen Lawrence. They are all coming together to bring this civil case against one of the UK's biggest media publishers.
And the allegations themselves, they're incredibly serious. The group is accusing the newspaper of using a whole range of unlawful methods to get stories. We're talking phone bugging, really aggressive surveillance, and even using private investigators to illegally blag or trick their way into getting personal info. Now, on the other side, Associated Newspapers has completely rejected all of these claims. They've called them preposterous, so they are clearly gearing up for a major fight to defend their journalism, which sets the stage for a massive courtroom showdown. But to really get what's happening, you have to look at the backdrop, because it's totally different from Harry's previous fights. His public stance, especially when it comes to his own family, has changed a lot. This timeline really tells the story. Early 2023, with his memoir Spare and that Netflix documentary, the tone was all about confrontation. But then, by May, he was telling the BBC he wanted to end the family rift. And in September, he had that crucial face-to-face meeting with his father. The entire mood has shifted. So, the key takeaway here is this. He seems to be focused on mending fences with the royal family now. It feels like he's trying to build bridges, not blow them up, which is a huge contrast to his approach just a short while ago. But this creates a very, very delicate situation. As royal commentator Richard Palmer points out, the royal family is keeping its distance from this trial, and that means Harry has to be incredibly careful. Any wrong move in court, any slip of the tongue, could seriously damage the reconciliation he's been working so hard on. So, on top of that personal tightrope walk, he's also facing a steep, uphill legal battle. For Prince Harry and the other claimants, there are several massive challenges they have to overcome to win this case. Okay, hurdle number one is the clock. In the UK, there's a 6-year time limit for bringing a privacy claim. The problem, many of these allegations happened decades ago, so how do they get around that? Well, their lawyers have to argue something called the discovery rule. They basically have to convince the judge that they only just found out they even had a case. And believe me, that is a really complex and tough argument to win in court. Hurdle number two is all about the evidence. Is it credible? Some of it comes from private investigators who are actually paid for their information. To make things even messier, one key witness later claimed his signature on a statement was forged, which could obviously cause huge problems for their case. And the third major challenge? The judge himself. He's been described as no nonsense, and he's already made a critical ruling. He's not interested in generic claims of widespread illegal activity. This really gets to the heart of the problem for them. They can't just argue that this was a common practice at the newspaper. Nope, they have to prove each and every specific allegation one by one. It's almost like they're starting this fight with one hand tied behind their back. All of this sets the stage for what many are calling Harry's final stand against the national newspapers. In fact, sources are suggesting he has no more media lawsuits planned after this. This is it. This is the final battle. So you can see the incredible balancing act he's performing. On one hand, he's pursuing this deeply personal quest against press intrusion. At the same time, he's trying to maintain this very fragile truth with his family. And he's got to be thinking about his future charitable work after all of this is over. And that brings us to the ultimate question. Prince Harry is fighting for what he sees as justice and accountability. But in this final high-stakes battle, will he actually get the closure he's looking for? Or will it all just end up reopening old wounds with both the press and his family?